Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about Microsoft Copilot and I'm going to show you about some of the things that Copilot can do in your Office suite. Copilot is Microsoft's AI and is built in some of the same technology that ChatGPT uses. You might have seen that Copilot is starting to creep into Windows and things like that you've got right now, but it's in a preview or a free mode, which means you can use little bits of the Copilot power, but you can't use some of the features I'm about to show you right now. It's about £29 per month per user, but it unlocks a lot more functionality than you get in either ChatGPT right now or in the free version of Copilot. Diving in, we'll look at maybe emails first of all. So in terms of creating a new email, Copilot is automatically embedded within all of the Microsoft apps. You'll see up here in the different apps we look through, there's a Copilot icon now. You can click this and you can then get either coaching or in email, I can ask Copilot to help me draft an email. You'll also see that in the body, there's a draft with Copilot button that now pops up. If you are to go out and buy Copilot and license it, this just unlocks automatically. There's no config or setting you need to turn on to make this happen. It just automatically embeds. So for example, if I click draft with Copilot and I ask, hi, can you send an email to Henry? So Henry at the minute here is on holiday in Spain, so I'm going to just send him a welcome email for when he comes back. So I'm going to ask Copilot, can you send me an email to Henry welcoming, if I can spell it, him back from Spain. So if I do that and click generate, what should happen is it should go away and create me a draft. Just like with ChatGPT, I've got the ability to change things. I can use the thumbs up or thumbs down feedback, and the longer I use this and the more I use it, the more it'll kind of learn the nuances of the tonality that I want to use and different kind of things that I use personally. If I was happy with this, I can literally do keep it, it'll put it into the message, and then I can just send the message off and away it goes. You can also use it on incoming emails to summarize, and kind of if you've got a long email thread, Copilot, there'll be a button up here or a little kind of tag that'll ask to summarize it, and it'll give you a breakdown of what's in that entire thread to save you kind of reading through it. Another that I actually showed to somebody this week was in PowerPoint. So he had a media company and he uses lots of different PowerPoint presentations when he's bidding for work and things like that. So him and his team spent hours and hours every week in PowerPoint. And amazingly, he was pretty impressed that, again, I have that same Copilot button now in PowerPoint. I can literally just have PowerPoint create me a presentation about anything. So please create me a presentation about, I'll just do something quite generic like football for now. And what will happen is it should go away, take a little bit longer maybe than the email example, but it'll go away and it'll create a slide deck with designs and content all around football. The best thing about Copilot is not only can you kind of do this more generic stuff that you're doing maybe with things like ChatGPT, but you can also feed it reference files. So you can see here it's come back and it's generated this slide deck for me. It's called it the Thrill of Football, and there is 13 different slides. So just having a look through, you see it only took a minute to create, but it's given me a base. You can also, when you want to have a presentation created, reference a Word document or an email thread or anything that you've got, any type of content that lives in your Microsoft environment, and you can ask it to create a PowerPoint based on that document. So let's say you've been speaking with a prospect and you've done a little bit of research about their company, about what they do, their size, some of the nuances of that company, and you had it in either an email or a Word document. You could use that as a reference to create this PowerPoint presentation and blend the two together, so it wasn't just generic content, it was actually meaningful to the prospect you were going to present to. So that's another cool feature in Copilot. You'll see again, there's the same thumbs up, thumbs down, and you can also use designer to then go through and change the themes and stuff like that. The next feature that I want to kind of show you is in Microsoft Excel. So this Excel spreadsheet we've got open right now is sample employee data. It's completely fictional. If, for example, we wanted to look at this data and work out how much the annual salary for an IT department employee was, it would be quite hard to go through and work that out manually. In Copilot, I can click the Copilot button. It will load up the window, and again, I can ask it questions. Ask it the question, and it'll go through and analyze that table. It will just look at the lines where people are in the IT department, and then it will do the average sum to work out what the average salary would be. So our screen's obviously condensed this a little bit here, but you can see it's worked the average salary out as $97,790. If I was to go through and do that, of course I could just remove the different fields, but I still have to do all the math myself. You can get even more complex than that. As long as the data is in there and it's in a table, you can kind of analyze it and ask any questions in Copilot Direct. Copilot lives in that Microsoft cloud. It lives in all elements of the cloud. So instead of just having access to a little bit of the data that's in your system, has access to the entire suite of Microsoft apps and the Microsoft data sets, meaning it can do more complex things. So I'll quickly show you the Copilot kind of chat buddy we now have in Microsoft Teams. So this is a little bit like ChatGPT in that it's not embedded within one program for one particular purpose, but you can talk to it, and because it's Copilot and it spans that Microsoft cloud, you can ask it different things completely. So an example could be that I could ask, what was the last thing I spoke with Layla about? So Layla does the content creation for everyone. So if I ask Copilot that question, it won't just look at my emails, it won't just look at Teams, it'll look at planner, tasks, and all the different things we've looked at, and it will tell me what the most recent time was. So it says the last conversation we had was this morning, and it was about some Dynamics launch content, and it even tells me the Microsoft Planner it was part of, and a little bit extra. It can obviously do lots more than the things I've shown, but these are just a kind of brief insight into the different bits. For now, if you're interested in learning more, obviously reach out and speak to us, or the website I've got on screen now. If you look at Copilot for Microsoft 365. If you've got any questions, give us a shout and we can help you out. Thanks.